VEDA Day 27. Good morning, Internet citizens. Bill Corley here, taking the morning walk. I want to give a brief shout out to Chris BeHanna, who's the first person to make a comment on the YouTube that actually encouraged me to talk about something that I haven't talked about yet. Chris, I will have something up here probably tomorrow or Monday on the topic of the provision of law, defense, police power, essentially dispute resolution in a free society. So if you're interested in the meanwhile, then I suggest you read the excellent free PDF downloadable book called Chaos Theory by Bob Murphy, and that can be found at the Ludwig von Mises Institute's website. If you're not familiar with the Ludwig von Mises Institute, which is at www.mises, that's MISES.org, then you owe it to yourself to visit and bookmark that website if you are a lover of liberty. The motto of Ludwig von Mises when he was alive, and the motto of the Institute in general, is this: do not give in to evil, rather proceed ever more boldly against it. I like that motto. I think it's a good one. But the Mises Institute is the preeminent place on earth to find really the scholarship of liberty, going back all the way, in the sort of the depths of time to Bastiat and folks like that in the 1800s and into modern times. It is really where those folks of a liberty-minded tradition meet and greet and write and opine and really advance the scholarship of liberty. So I encourage you to check it out and read what's on there. So that's item the first today. Item the second. I've been debating going on a news diet, by which I mean stopping. I already don't really watch television. We don't have cable in the house. Don't get me wrong, I have high-speed internet because I work from home, and my work and my success therein kind of depends upon having high-speed access to the internet. And of course you can watch TV via Netflix or Hulu or whatever, but I don't pay to have to be broadcast programming. And even though we get access to the free digital TV signals, and there's a fair number of them here, I can't say that I spend a lot of time watching that either. I don't know, I think internet surfing is only marginally more productive than watching TV, but at least it's interactive. That said, I spend a fair amount of time gathering in what's going on in this world from various news websites. And I guess this gets to a point of what's the borderline between being adequately informed about what's going on in the world around you and essentially needlessly stressing yourself. Because let's face it, the overwhelming majority of what we're faced with news is bad news that doesn't affect us, or that affects us in only a peripheral way, or it's news about what awful new thing the government has planned, which will be hailed by either the left or the right, depending on who is proposing it and the rhetoric that's being used. Being as I don't believe in the rule of society by bands of armed men, then this is just all really depressing news. That said, I'm not one of those people who believes that one should shut themselves off from society, put on a tinfoil hat, and crawl under the bed. So I'm going to do an experiment, I think, in the month of May. I am going to restrict my news consumption entirely to the news box that's in the upper right-hand corner of Wikipedia every day. What I notice there is that truly big events that occur from a global perspective are listed there. Things that are not important from a global perspective are simply not listed there. So this both gets you a broader view of what's going on in the world than is provided by most of our purely domestic focused news sources, but also hopefully gets rid of the sensationalistic reporting and essentially the simple-minded, naive, and dangerous opinions that proliferate internet everywhere. So I'm going to try that out and see how it does in generally making me less stressed and more able to be productive in my daily life. This is part of sort of a larger question that I'm still struggling with, which is the degree to which my life is spent staring at a light emitting screen. You know, this is my job to do that. I strap on the headset, the webcam's on, I'm typing, talking, listening, reading, and doing all that interacting with a screen, you know, like that far away from my face maybe. And I'm probably sitting in front of a screen, either doing that or reading something on the internet, you know, probably 60, 70 hours a week. Now, my eyes don't seem to have gotten worse over time. They seem to have been stable for a while now, but I have to wonder about the long-term consequences of that. There are days when I definitely feel like Keanu Reeves' character in the early part of The Matrix, where a person buying the virtual reality illegal discs from him says, "Man, you gotta unplug." So I guess I will leave with this thought. How do y'all deal with this? I guess those two subjects. I'd be interested to know how other people view news generally, and how they consume it, and what do they think is the right amount. And two, computer time. What do you really think about or how much time do you spend looking at a computer screen in the average week? And you think that's a good thing or a bad thing? Anyway, if you like this, subscribe. That lets me know you're watching. And number two, please comment below. And with a several day delay, I will make a video about any topic that you want as soon as I've had an opportunity to sort of digest my thoughts on it. So there it is. That's it for me. Have a great day and be kind to one another. Bye.